Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, are we alone? For thousands of years, humans believed Earth was unique, the only world, the center of everything. But then, with better telescopes, satellites, and a touch of human stubbornness, we found out the truth. Our Earth is just one planet, a single grain of sand on a cosmic beach, and out there, orbiting distant stars, hidden in the shadows of galaxies, are worlds so strange, so alien, they defy imagination. Planets where it rains molten glass, planets that float like balloons, worlds so close to their stars, entire oceans boil away in seconds, and others so far, they're locked in eternal darkness, colder than the void of space itself. Tonight, we'll take a journey across these alien landscapes. We'll start with the strange neighbors in our own solar system. Then, we'll leave home, leaping across the galaxy, meeting planets so bizarre, they make Earth look ordinary. This is not science fiction. These are real places, discovered by us, cataloged by telescopes, confirmed by science, and the deeper we look, the stranger they get. Before we leave home, let's look at the worlds in our own solar system. You might think you know them: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. But the truth? Each one hides something stranger than fiction. Closest to the Sun, Mercury is a world of extremes. Daytime, over 430 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt lead. Nighttime, minus 180 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze oxygen solid. Imagine standing there, the sun 3 times larger in the sky than on Earth, the ground burning your boots, no air to breathe, and yet just a few steps into the shadows, your breath would turn to ice. And here's the kicker: despite being closest to the sun, Mercury has ice hiding in its craters, frozen water, trapped in eternal shadow, proof that even in hellish places, surprises wait. Now let's fly to Venus, same size as Earth, same mass, for billions of years, maybe even the same oceans. But something went horribly wrong. Venus is a greenhouse gone mad. Its atmosphere is made of carbon dioxide so thick, the air pressure is like standing a kilometer under the ocean. Temperatures soar to 475 degrees Celsius, hotter than Mercury, even though it's farther from the sun. And the rain, sulfuric acid, a storm that would melt flesh, metal, and hope. Venus is a warning, a mirror of Earth's future if we ever lose control of our climate. Some scientists even say, study Venus, and you study Earth's destiny. Mars, the planet humans dream of visiting. The red desert, dry, cold, silent. But if you scratch the surface, the truth is stranger. Mars once had oceans, flowing rivers, blue skies, maybe even life. Today, frozen water still hides in its poles, and just below the soil, briny water flows in short bursts. If we ever find life beyond Earth, Mars is still candidate number 1. Not green men, but microbes, survivors in the cracks of ice and dust. Jupiter isn't just the largest planet, it's a failed star, a gas giant so massive, all the other planets could fit inside it. But the strangest thing about Jupiter is the storm, the Great Red Spot, a hurricane the size of Earth, spinning for at least 400 years, maybe longer. Now picture this: storms on Jupiter don't last days, they last centuries. Lightning bolts flash across clouds of ammonia. Radiation belts stronger than nuclear reactors surround it. If Earth is fragile glass, Jupiter is a roaring furnace. Saturn is the most beautiful planet. Its rings stretch hundreds of thousands of kilometers, yet are only meters thin, made of ice, dust, and shattered moons. But here's the secret: Saturn rains diamonds. Yes, literally. Deep in its atmosphere, lightning turns methane into carbon. Carbon falls as soot. Pressure squeezes soot into diamonds. And then, it rains, glittering storms of jewels, forever unseen. Further out, Uranus and Neptune, two worlds we know little about. Uranus, the planet that rolls on its side. Imagine the Earth rotating with its poles where the equator should be. Entire seasons last 21 years, sunlight for decades, darkness for decades. Neptune, a deep blue world with the fastest winds in the solar system, 2,000 kilometers per hour, faster than the speed of sound, enough to shred steel. And like Saturn, Neptune rains diamonds too. Somewhere out there, in those dark, stormy clouds, oceans of liquid diamonds may exist, whole seas sparkling in eternal night. Our solar system is strange, but compared to what's out there, these planets are just the tutorial level. Now it's time to leave home, time to meet the truly alien. In the last 30 years, astronomers have confirmed more than 5,000 exoplanets, planets beyond our solar system, each one a new world, each one stranger than the last. Tonight, we'll visit them, not in person, but with imagination guided by science. Let's explore the most bizarre. Imagine a planet made of diamonds. That's not fantasy. That's 55 Cancri e, twice the size of Earth, orbiting so close to its star. A year lasts just 18 hours. Temperatures, 2,400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to vaporize steel. But here's the miracle. Scientists think much of the planet's interior is carbon, compressed into diamonds, entire mountains of crystal, oceans of molten carbon. If Earth had a twin born in a carbon-rich system, this is it. A jewel of hellfire, glowing in the dark. Next stop, HD 189733b. A planet of blue skies, yes, but don't be fooled. This planet orbits so close to its star, it's locked in eternal day and night. One side scorched, the other frozen, and across its skies, it rains glass, sideways. Winds whip at 8,700 kilometers per hour. Shards of glass fly faster than bullets. If you stood there, the last thing you'd feel would be a storm slicing you apart. And now, a dying world, WASP-12b, orbiting so close to its star, it's stretched like a football by gravity. Every orbit, its star rips away more of its atmosphere, slowly devouring it. Astronomers call it a hot Jupiter, but in truth, it's more like a cosmic sacrifice. In a few million years, WASP-12b will be gone, torn apart, nothing left but whispers of what was once a planet. We've seen planets of diamonds, planets of glass, and planets being eaten alive, but the galaxy holds stranger secrets. Let's dive deeper into the catalog of worlds that bend reality itself. Remember Star Wars? The twin suns of Tatooine? That's not just fiction. Kepler 16b is a real-world version. Orbiting two stars, this gas giant has double sunsets. Imagine standing on its surface, two shadows stretching across endless horizons, one sun rising as the other sets, a perpetual dance of light and fire. Though it's a cold, gaseous world, it proves something incredible. Nature really can create the stuff of science fiction. For years, scientists thought they'd found a second Earth. Gliese 581c, roughly the right size, right distance from its star, maybe habitable. But then the truth came out. On one side, it's blasted by radiation. On the other, eternal night. The atmosphere may trap heat, boiling one hemisphere while freezing the other. If life exists there, it would live in a narrow strip, a twilight zone between fire and ice. Not paradise, survival, closer than Mercury, hotter than Venus. Kepler 10b is a nightmare, a world of molten rock. Its entire surface is likely lava oceans. Imagine Earth's volcanoes, but global. Rivers of fire carving landscapes of endless heat. No air, no oceans, just a ball of liquid stone, shimmering like a forge. But not all are fire, some are water. Meet GJ1214b, a planet where water dominates, 3 times Earth's size. Its surface may be endless ocean, crushing pressure, water transforms into exotic ice, Ice 7 and Ice 10. Not the ice we know, but crystalline water squeezed by physics into alien forms. If life exists there, it's not on land, it swims. Some planets reflect light, some shine, but TRIES 2b absorbs almost everything. The darkest planet ever found, darker than coal, darker than black paint. It reflects less than 1% of light. Standing there, the sky would be pitch black, even with its star overhead. Imagine walking in eternal night, where the horizon never glows, and even starlight is swallowed. This is one of the oldest planets ever found, over 12 billion years old, nearly 3 times as old as Earth, born near the dawn of the universe. Nicknamed Methuselah, it orbits a pulsar, the dead remains of a star, and a white dwarf, a world that has survived galactic chaos for longer than life has existed here. Think of it. Before Earth was born, before the sun even formed, this planet had already seen billions of years of history. Now let's go even stranger. These worlds don't just look alien, they break the very rules of how we think planets should exist. WASP-17b orbits the wrong way. While most planets spin in the same direction as their star, WASP-17b rebels. It goes backwards, retrograde. It's also bloated, twice the size of Jupiter, but half the mass. A puffball world, as if it were made of cotton candy. Physics says it shouldn't exist, but there it is, spinning defiantly. This one orbits its star from 650 times the distance Earth orbits the Sun. So far, it's practically rogue. It shouldn't have formed there. Did it get kicked out? Captured? No one knows. But it orbits in cosmic exile, a lonely giant, too far to feel the warmth of its sun. Once thought to be the most Earth-like exoplanet, Kepler 438b crushed our hopes. Though rocky and similar in size, it's blasted by stellar flares hundreds of times more powerful than anything from our sun. Enough radiation to strip its atmosphere away. An Earth twin, yes, but an Earth forever burned. Imagine standing on a world where rocks evaporate, where the air is made of vaporized stone. That's Corot 7b, orbiting so close to its star, surface temperatures soar to 2,000 degrees Celsius. Lava oceans stretch across its face. Volcanic plumes spew rock into space. The ground itself melts beneath your feet. If Earth is life, Corot 7b is death. This is a planet where the skies themselves change. Clouds made not of water, but of rubies and sapphires. Winds carry these minerals, creating storms of gemstones across its surface. Imagine looking up at red and blue clouds, glittering with precious stones. Beautiful, deadly. Not all planets have stars. Some wander the galaxy alone. Rogue planets, drifting in the dark, without a sun to warm them. This is one of the smallest rogue planets ever found, roughly Earth-sized, floating in eternal night. No sunrise, no orbit, just drifting through space, frozen, silent, and forgotten. A giant rogue planet, 5 times the mass of Jupiter. It glows faintly from its own heat, but there's no star in its center, just darkness. Imagine living there. No seasons, no daylight, just a red glow beneath thick clouds, wandering endlessly between galaxies. And here's the strange truth. There may be more rogue planets than stars, billions of them, homeless worlds, cosmic orphans, each carrying mysteries we may never solve. So after all this, could life exist? Scientists divide planets into categories: hot, cold, rocky, gaseous. But the truth is, life is stubborn. It adapts. It survives. On Earth, microbes thrive in boiling acid, in frozen ice, in radioactive waste. So why not elsewhere? On water worlds like GJ1214b, maybe alien fish swim in endless oceans. On twilight worlds like Gliese 581c, perhaps strange plants grow in the thin strip between night and day. Even on rogue planets, geothermal heat could power life beneath icy crusts. We can't say for sure, but one thing is certain: the universe is too vast, too rich, too strange for Earth to be the only cradle of life. And now, let's bring it back to us. Every one of these planets is real, discovered, confirmed, written into the catalog of the cosmos. And yet, most are unreachable. They remind us how small we are, but also how lucky. Earth is not just strange, it's perfect, balanced between fire and ice, bathed in sunlight, with liquid water, air, and life. These other worlds are mirrors. Some show us what we could have been, some show us what we must avoid, and some, they show us possibilities we can't yet imagine. So tonight, we've traveled to planets of fire and ice, to worlds of glass, diamonds, lava, and endless oceans, to places that break the rules of physics itself. The deeper we look into the cosmos, the clearer it becomes. Earth is not the only world, it's just one of billions. And somewhere out there, among the strange and the impossible, may be another home. That's why we keep searching, because every discovery brings us closer to understanding the universe, to finding life, and maybe one day, to finding ourselves.